Welcome back to Inside the Heat. After back-to-back road losses by double digits to Oklahoma City and Indiana, the Heat were 35-13, and they needed a return to their winning ways back at home against the Mavericks. Now, the Heat won in Dallas opening day, but the last time the Mavericks were in Miami was the night they won their first NBA championship, denying the Heat their second. Miami was motivated by that and more.
Two straight ugly losses have raised some questions on the Heat's championship chances.
We've had two flat games that we're looking to change now here at home.
It was a sense of comfort. Okay, you're back in your building. Everything's all right. We'll find a way to figure this out.
LeBron with a two-hand jam on the alley-oop.
The Heat held the Mavericks to 42% shooting and got back to their identity on both ends of the floor.
LeBron dribble drive, baseline, beautiful to Bosh.
It was a collective response to how we've been playing. It was good to see that type of energy and activity on both ends of the court.
It was critical to the Heat Nation psyche that the Dallas Mavericks did not come into this building again and get a victory.
The Heat snapped their two-game losing streak with a true team effort, giving them their 15th win in a row at home. It was then back to the road, but the woes continued in Boston.
Their starters have been absolutely pummeled by Boston.
This is going to be the lowest point total of the season for the Heat, their lowest shooting game of the season, and their worst loss of the season.
They had to come back home and regroup again.
And that's exactly what they did. Back at home against Philadelphia, the Heat were without Wade, but LeBron James scored a season-high 41, including 15 of the Heat's 23 points in the fourth quarter.
Battier got it to Chalmers. What a play by Battier. The alley-oop, LeBron, backdoor, two-hand jam to James.
The result of LeBron's performance, Miami's 16th straight win at home, clinching their spot in the playoffs. The very next night, it was a rematch between the Heat and the Thunder as Miami looked to redeem themselves from a humbling loss just 10 nights earlier.
The Heat needed a big win against a good team.
But in the second quarter, the Heat trailed by 11, and emotions were high.
It got testy very early. Heat came out of the gate. There was some pushing and shoving. It really got physical out there.
This rivalry has just gotten nastier.
The intensity heightened when Miami tied the score, making way for a great fourth quarter.
Oh, and a vicious right-hand jam. Who was that man with that cape running down the floor?
It's so rare that you get two MVP candidates like Kevin Durant and LeBron James playing head-to-head at both ends of the court.
LeBron was a menace on both ends of the court and finished with a game-high 34 points. But an entire team effort was needed to pull away from the Thunder in the final minutes.
LeBron in the corner, Battier for three, got another one! Oh, the Dukies buried a pair!
Bosh is open. Got it! Oh, big bucket for Chris Bosh!
You know, it's just a pride thing. They beat us on their home court, and we wanted to return the favor.
Everyone left that game saying, okay, not only are the Heat still top dogs, but LeBron James is the most valuable player.
The Heat then endured a difficult stretch. First, their 17-game home winning streak came to an end in a 15-point loss to Memphis.
Memphis came out here with more energy and beat them up, and all good things come to an end, and the streak was over.
Then against Boston, where the Celtics' offense shined.
They shoot 61%. No team has shot better against Miami this year.
And finally, on the road in Chicago, where their inconsistent road play resumed in an overtime loss.
6 seconds left. Watson for three under duress. Oh my! What a shot!
This is one of the worst feelings from the regular season I had this year.
The Heat had to bounce back, and they did on the road as they took a bite out of the Big Apple.
Wade lobs it, James throws it down.
We saw a great game from LeBron. We saw a great game from Dwayne. We saw a great game from Chris Bosh.
Bosh off the dribble, down the lane, Chris Bosh.
The big three bring the Heat to Madison Square Garden and prove that they can win away from home.
We just want to continue to get better, and today we took a good step in that direction.
The very next night, LeBron was simply amazing, scoring the final 17 points for the Heat, capping off a comeback win just across the rim.
LeBron, under duress, scores again! He is unstoppable!
And 3 nights later, the Heat conquered the Bulls at home, evening the season series at 2.
Haslam dropping the sledgehammer.
It really was an important win for the Heat, considering the fact that they had their fair amount of struggles against the Bulls earlier in the season.
Drives inside an A6, throws it up. Oh, behind the head layup by LeBron.
Miami finished the regular season as the #2 seed in the East with a record of 46-20 and the NBA's best home record at 28-5. With the playoffs on the horizon, the Heat had to focus on one single aspiration.
They proved that when they play their best, they're a championship caliber team.
All that matters is having another parade down Biscayne Boulevard.
It's just one-minded, one issue, one goal. Go get the trophy.
The Miami Heat closed their 24th regular season well, winning their 9th division title. And with 46 wins, they finished with the league's 4th best record and for the 2nd straight year enter the playoffs as the #2 seed in the East. The Heat and the Spurs had the best records at home this year, and home is where the playoffs begin for Miami against the New York Knicks. And now begins the quest the Heat have worked and waited for, a run at the franchise's 2nd NBA championship. Get ready, Heat fans, for the adventure that awaits, the white-hot 2012 NBA playoffs. And thank you for enjoying Inside the Heat. I'm Eric Reed.